is, guys, we've done it. Canada has qualified for the FIFA World Cup for the first time in 36 years and only the second time in our history. What a 24 hours it's been since that incredible win over Jamaica, a confident, dominant win that we all expected to happen in front of the home crowd in Toronto. Canada punched their ticket to Qatar 2022, and a dream, for all the players on the team and for so many of us fans who have followed this team through mostly thick and some thin. It's an amazing moment, and it's been such a pleasure to watch this team over the last year in World Cup qualifying, and to see us gain confidence and gain quality over the course of the year and finally get it done after such a long wait. I have a lot to say about this team and what they've accomplished, so I found the time to make this video, and I'll be talking a little bit about the team itself. So if any of you out there watching this video aren't too familiar with the team, you'll know a little bit more after this video, and as well I'll be talking a little bit about what this qualification means to me and to the thousands of fans who have been following this team and can see themselves in this team. I just want to start by giving a kind of a special shout out to two specific players on this Canada team who have stuck with us through thick and thin, and that is our captain, Tiba Hutchinson, as well as Milan Borjan, our goalkeeper. These two have given everything for this country and to our soccer program, and we haven't been able to repay them until now, because they've been a part of some really awful teams over the years. They've been embarrassed, they've been a part of big losses and poor qualification runs, poor Gold Cups and everything. And for these two to finally get their moment to shine late in their careers, at a World Cup, and it's just an amazing thing for them to experience. And I want to thank the two of them, because not only have they stuck with this program for a long time, but they've also provided the leadership, for our young team to be able to accomplish what they have. So, this qualification campaign has so much to do with the quality of these two, both on and off the field. Canada has a lot of unsung players. We all know about the Jonathan Davids and Alphonso Davies, but there's a lot of players in this team who don't have the most illustrious club careers, but have turned it up a notch for this national team. I'm talking about guys like Alistair Johnston, Richie Labrea, Stephen Vittoria, Kamal Miller, Mark Anthony Kaye, Jonathan Osorio, Junior Hoylett even. These guys, Sam Adekubi is another one that's really, really important. And there's, I'm definitely forgetting some names, but these guys are so important for what we've been able to accomplish. Even though they're not the biggest of names, they're not the ones getting all the attention. They have been, kind of the heartbeat of the team. And for them to be able to really, really shine on the international stage, when their club careers are usually spent at clubs where you don't see them in the news too often or anything like that, it's just amazing for these guys to accomplish. I think that a lot of them will be getting some interest from bigger clubs in the coming year, so we'll see how it goes. And then of course we have our superstars, Alphonso Davies, Jonathan David, Kyle Larin, Tajon Buchanan, and Stefan Eustachio. These five are the face of our men's national team, and they've all played a key role in getting us to this point. I want to specifically talk about Alphonso Davies, because for the longest time, at least in my entire lifetime, we never had hope for Canada soccer. There was not much to be proud of, and there certainly wasn't much to be excited about either. And that all changed when Alphonso Davies burst onto the scene when he was, I believe, 17 years old, back 5 years ago, when he broke out with Vancouver Whitecaps and then with the national team soon after. It kind of just gave a little bolt of lightning into our team, and since then everything's just been on an upward trajectory. Davies has inspired this team. He's sort of given us an example of what we can accomplish when we give players the opportunity and the infrastructure to succeed. I know Davies is a refugee, but he very much learned all of his football in Canada, which means he was, playing for Canadian teams, playing under Canadian coaches, learning from, in Canadian environments, and he ended up being a world-class player, and that shows us what we can do for a lot of our players in grassroots level right now. So Alphonso Davies, thank you for bringing us to where we are right now. And of course, guys like David, Lara, Eustachio, and Buchanan have all played key roles, and they're the stars of this team. And we wouldn't be where we are today without those five. And lastly, I just want to talk about a little bit about John Herdman, the coach of this team. He came over from the women's team in 2018 after coaching them for 7 years, leading them to 2 bronze medals at the Olympic Games. And when he joined the men's team, he was, he was faced with a lot of criticism, a lot of misogyny and sexism from people saying that, you only coach women, you can't coach men. I'm not afraid to admit that I was one of those people. It's something that I believed at the time, and until probably just a couple years ago, it was something I believed. And, he's proven us all wrong. And he's breaking down barriers, both within the entire soccer community as a whole and within people like me. He's completely changed our minds. He's taught us a lesson. So John, I know you're not going to watch this, but I need to apologize to you as well as thank you, because you have changed the way that I see the sport. You've changed you've changed my life in terms of what you've been able to accomplish for this team. And you're taking us to a World Cup against all the odds. And you are a phenomenal coach. You're a phenomenal man. And, you deserve a statue in this country for what you've done for both our men's and women's programs. And I just want to apologize to you for the things that I've said in my past about your abilities as a coach. It was rooted in misogyny, and I recognize that now. And I work every day to make sure it doesn't happen again. And just to finish off this video, I wanted to talk a little bit about what this World Cup qualification means to me and, to tens of thousands of other people, I think. So, if you look at this Canadian team, it's filled with immigrants, children of immigrants, refugees, and for these men to be doing what they're doing on the world stage for a country that has given them opportunities and given them everything they could have possibly asked for is something that is so incredible and inspiring. For me as an immigrant in Canada, it's not easy adjusting to certain environments, and growing up as a soccer fan, it's honestly, it's hard because people hate the sport here. Not everyone, obviously, but a lot of people do, especially in rural areas, especially in more Caucasian communities that are more traditional. They're very into hockey, and to them, the opposite of hockey is soccer. And they, you'll get made fun of, you'll get bullied for supporting soccer in this country in certain areas. And I grew up in those areas, and it's not easy, especially when it's something that is so important to you, because for some people it's just a sport, and I get that. But for me, it's so much more than that. It's defined every experience I've ever had. It's shaped my values and my beliefs. It's something I think about every single day, and it's something that means the world to me. It's who I am, the sport. And for us to be able to accomplish this with a team full of people who are just like me, who grew up in these communities as children of immigrants, as refugees, to pay back what this country has given us, is really special. It's inspiring. It means the world to me, and I'm sure it does for these men as well. And I love that this Canadian team is so reflective of the society we live in. We live in a beautiful, diverse, inclusive country for the most part. And, this team, if you look at it from top to bottom, it looks just like our communities here, which is not the case for a lot of our other sports. And I think that's amazing. I think that's a great step forward. And it's going to be such a great ride, because us qualifying for the World Cup is going to do so much, not only for the image of soccer in this country, but for the actual quality of it as well, because our grassroots is going to explode. Viewership of the sport as well as participation is probably going to increase. We have a brand new professional league here, the Canadian Premier League, that needs our support. And this is hopefully going to, is going to be a big step in them gaining that support from people. And as well, we just have so many players here crying out for opportunities, crying out to be seen, and this puts us on the map on the global stage. So I'm so excited about this. It means the world to me, as I've said 20 times in this video. And us being at a World Cup really puts us on the map, really stamps us as a soccer nation, really improves our image of the sport in this country, and it means the world to me. So in Qatar in November, when Canadian men's national team is kicking off at a World Cup, you know, and that national anthem is blaring out, and those players, Mark Anthony Gay especially, is belting out that national anthem. It's going to be the greatest moment in my life.